Hello everyone! This is Jersey Lazy, you can call me Lee, and we're back with the flashback case of Ace Attorney Investigations 1. I don't know if there's a flashback case in the second game. No idea. Haven't played it yet, considering, you know, it's not in English. Well, it is now, I guess. But, here's the sitch. I think Kay did it. How she got away with it and why she's our partner now? I couldn't tell you. Oh boy. Oh man. This is already a little chaotic. There's a policeman doing his job, guarding the door. I don't know what he's guarding from, but, because that's not, I don't think that's where the murder happened. I don't know, honestly. We've got one appreciating the, you know, little, figure of the building here. Hello, April. Also, hello, Algripan. We've got one really struggling with the water fountain over there. And we've got one saluting while taking a nap. I don't know, man. And then one of them's getting grilled by Gumshoe. Sir. What is to become of the trial in the Cadopian Embassy staff member's murder?
Indeed. Since both the suspect and prosecutor are now dead. The case will be dismissed. In other words, the trial ends here prematurely.
Huh. It's that easy. If you want to get away with things, just like, I don't know, like, die, and then, or I guess kill the prosecutor and then die, right? Maybe the defense attorney too, for like, good luck.
Huh. Looks like you'll have to wait just a bit longer for your big debut.
I suppose it can't be helped.
The evidence for this trial will be transferred to you in a little while.
Wait, the trial, like, this murder trial, or? So, what do you think about the murder of the Cadopian Embassy staff member? And the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell?
What an outrageous circus it has all become. If you're going to murder someone, do it, you know, in secret. And then get away with it for 15 years.
Hello.
Oh, that Faraday brought it all upon himself with his naivete. Why didn't he just dodge?
An outrageous circus. Not just a clown, but the whole circus. Right, sir.
I grow weary of this topic. Edgeworth, I will have you assigned to a different case. I'm bored of this one.
Papa, you'll come and watch my courtroom debut next, won't you?
You're like 13. Are you legally allowed in court? Like, I don't care how early you get your like lawyer's badge or whatever the fuck. Like prosecutor's badge, like that can't be legal to have like a 13-year-old prosecute, right? She's got the whip, she's got a little, you know, riding crop. It's not quite a whip yet.
I'll consider it.
Sir, if I may, please allow me to continue with my investigation.
Whatever for?
I know that there is already a suspect in the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. However, there is not enough evidence to prove that it was he who committed the crime.
Evidence? If I need evidence, I'm just going to forge it.
I'd like to continue investigating in order to find the perfect proof of his guilt. When she's an adult. Oh, yes.
The perfect proof? Don't make me laugh. A worthless person like you has no right to claim such a thing as perfection.
Okay, that's a little extreme. Like, I know you're a shitty fucking mentor, but like, straight up?
Papa? Who do you think is the real culprit behind these murders?
I don't give a shit.
Miles and I were competing to see who can find the real killer first. Plus, being able to investigate a real crime scene is a really rare opportunity. It would give us some real-life experience, wouldn't you agree?
If you want to investigate this case that much, then do as you wish.
See, Edgeworth doesn't get shit, but, you know, Franziska is Manfred's little girl. So, of course he'll say yes to her. Classic fucking youngest sibling treatment. Then you're allowing us to continue.
In court, your top priority is to win, and a solid investigation is one of the keys to winning. We have to make sure you become recognized as a first-rate prosecutor, don't we? So I'm going to forward you some evidence. It wouldn't be very interesting otherwise. I'm returning home now.
Good.
Edgeworth, Franziska, see to it I'm not disturbed save for the results of your competition. And Franziska, you better win because Edgeworth is a worthless piece of shit.
Yes, sir. Why am I following you again?
Of course, Papa.
Franziska, thank you.
What are you thanking me for? I'm going to whip your ass. Your logic earlier was built on that scruffy detective's lie. That means that the competition is still on.
Yes, just as you wished.
I couldn't let you get off so easily. Now then, let's see how well you fare on the investigation from here, Miles Edgeworth.
I know I don't have enough information yet. So my first order of business will be to question anyone involved with this case, so everyone. But let's chat.
Yes, what is it?
Pretty sure she would get jumped if she went into a school because she showed 2 shoulders. Yeah, she'd be, like, jumped by the principal. Who's gonna, like, yell at her for exposing her, like, sultry 13-year-old shoulders. Whoever made... Oh, I just realized that, like, when I talk to my partner, time just stops, huh? That's crazy. Not the shoulders. The dude with the fountain, yeah. He just paused.
It feels like there's a whole backside to this case we're not seeing.
And here we thought that it was a case where the 2 men had killed each other.
We're lacking in information. And as a Von Karma, I can hardly call this a perfect investigation.
Well, your dad straight up doesn't... I don't think your dad even does investigations. He just lets the police give him the evidence, and if he needs more, he just makes it. Indeed, it is as you say.
I can't believe we agree on something!
Just what is so revolting about agreeing?
Anyway, our first move should be to speak with everyone related to the case.
Indeed. Even if you had not said it, I was planning to do so anyway.
How dare you! That's my idea!
What was that lash for? Bitch. Classic fucking younger sibling shit, goddamn. Are you, like, okay, my guy? I can't stop the water, sir! It seems that the man who was here earlier broke it by drinking from it too much.
Bunch of fools who pretended not to see the foolishly foolish actions of a foolish fool.
Well then, why don't you lend the officer a hand?
As if I should have anything to do with this. Besides, that water-drinking fool's mouth is the thing that the officer should be covering. Let's give that officer a description of the water guzzler later.
The water guzzler. She seems to have quite the grudge. Sounds to me like someone wanted a drink. From a public water fountain? Do you want, like, a virus? Do you want COVID whenever this case takes place? She did that back then too. Oh yeah, she's been doing it since like straight out the womb. You know, straight out the womb. She like what's even smaller than a riding crop? That would be like a whip. Maybe just like one of those one of those little toys that you like flick people with.
Miles Edgeworth.
Yes.
What is the meaning of this bulletin board? Why are there so few trials posted?
It would appear that the entire week is devoted to Mr. Rell's trial.
Is the crime rate really that low in this country? Or maybe the police lack the proper motivation to get out there and catch the criminals?
I'm afraid I can't comment on that. However, I can say I have my doubts about the younger detectives.
Sounds to me like they're in need of a stricter hand. And I'll start my discipline regimen with that pathetic, filthy-coated detective.
It's not even dirty. It's lighter than his, like, present-day coat. And there's no stains on it. You should be going after fucking Tyrell bad, girl. One of those toy hammers? No. Franziska would never settle for a toy hammer. Like, that doesn't cause any harm. You know? She had a real hammer straight out the womb. Yeah, she wouldn't be allowed to have fun. Wow, this thing is so incredibly detailed. My inner modeling fanboy is impressed. This guy has a whole backstory that we never get to know, and we never get to know his name. This guy plays D&D on the weekends. He is an avid, like mini painter. He is, you know, he's got a wife and kids, and they both, you know, love his storytelling ability. He is the forever DM. It's great. It's great. He's got a good life. And he just happens to be here, and I hope he, you know, doesn't miss his weekly campaign over this. Not exactly a fan of plastic models per se, but even I can sense the superb quality of this model.
I simply cannot comprehend how that man can feel so much love for such a trifle.
Oh, I see.
You're a disciple of my father. So you would do well to guard yourself against an interest in such unproductive things.
Excuse me. Building like minis and sets is entirely productive. Yes, perhaps I should take up whipping people like the young lady over here. No, all you need to do is, you know, bow like a fucking asshole. And, you know, it does just about as much mental damage as the whip does.
It's an incredibly detailed model, isn't it?
I heard that it cost as much to make as it cost to build the courthouse itself.
What was the point of making such an expensive model?
I felt the same exact way upon hearing it.
Ah, it's so hard to understand such foolishness.
Agreed.
How dare you agree with me? Disagree with me so we can fight.
The minis may be used once in the entire campaign, but they were made for flavor and it adds a lot. Exactly. What's the matter, officer? I've been standing here forever, sir, and I really need to go to the bathroom. Why don't you just make a quick trip? The nearest one isn't that far, is it? No, it's a short way down the hall beyond these doors, but I don't want to be blamed for anything that might happen while I'm gone. So I'm gonna hold it. Man, that must be awful while watching one, like the other officer, like struggle with the water fountain. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe can be a positive influence on the force after all. Sir, nothing report, sir. You wish Franziska was launched like a fairy. Like how Phoenix was when he got hit by that car. Nah. Franziska would simply, you know, she would simply whip the car and the car would stop. The car would crash, but she'd be fine. Is there no one who will make this man take responsibility for his actions on the job?
Looks like we have no choice but to report this to Papa. Then this guard can have fun in a waking nightmare after being awakened from his dream.
Actually, let's not. I kind of feel sorry for him now. You know, I know he was already 9, and he had, you know, Gregory as a dad, and supposedly, like, Gregory was probably a pretty good dad until he died. But, you know, it's kind of a miracle that Edgeworth still retains some sense of, like, being nice, considering he was raised by Manfred for, like, what, 13 entire years? No, wait, how old was he when... Well, was he, like, raised by Manfred? Well, he was, like, mentored by him. It's basically the same thing. Anyways, what's happening, girl? Miss you. Oh, it's you, Edgeworth. And, who are you? Oh, wait, you were at the crime scene just now, weren't you?
You should be disbarred for not knowing who I am.
You hate Manfred, you haven't even played the first game. You're on the last case of Justice for All. That's interesting that you're starting with the second game. But the first game is, yeah, it's... Yeah. Like, that's the pretty obvious conclusion to draw. Like, yeah, we hate Manfred in this house. Like, all my homies hate Manfred. I didn't realize you had it. Oop.
I am Franziska von Karma, and I am about to become the successor to the family name.
About to? I guess that means for now you're still just another kid. In which case, it's only natural that I don't know who you are.
What? How dare you!
Why are you whipping me? Because she's a lesbian, Edgeworth. She respects women and has no respect for men. Anyway, it looks like they're planning to hold the evidence a bit longer. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's waiting. I'm terribly sorry, but I have a few more questions to ask of you. Oh, look at you, eyebrow scrunch with lines on your forehead. What are you, fucking 40? Jesus. And to ask of you. Oh, why are you British? What exactly is so funny? Sorry. I'm just bad at dealing with a super serious atmosphere. The only woman she whipped was Lotta Hart. Yeah, but that's because Lotta Hart's annoying as fuck. Apparently they failed to teach you proper behavior at a crime scene. Proper behavior at a crime scene in law school. Is that like imagine there's an entire class. An entire class, like, how to, like, you know, manners at the crime scene. Don't touch anything. Least of all without gloves. Oh, I feel much better now. Ugh. So, what is it you want to talk about? I'd like to inquire as to where you were at the time of the murder. We were in defendant lobby number 1 the whole time, up until we heard the gunshot. And by we, I mean Mr. Bad. If you don't believe me, feel free to ask him yourself. You were with Detective Bad. Why? We had a little something to discuss, that's all. That's sus. So I take it you are acquaintances with Detective Bad? Yeah, he was the detective in charge of the KG-8 incident. Detective Bad is also related to that incident. That's right. He was the one who was supposed to protect my sister, Cece. Good law he did. Shit. You know how that turned out, don't you, Edgeworth?
Miles Edgeworth, I have no idea what you two are talking about.
Do a little research then, Franziska. Jeez. If you want to be an adult so bad, then do your own fucking research, okay?
I've heard of the KG8 incident from my papa. But how does that case relate to you, monsieur?
The victim of that case, CCU, was my little sister.
You're making that super serious face again.
I'm fine.
Really?
I just make it a point to rub some, I just make it a point to rub some more salt in his wounded pride every time I see him. The way she talks about doing that as she laughs away is kind of creepy. It's a coping mechanism, Edgeworth. She has to laugh or else she'll cry. Imagine doing research, making shit up is the karma way. Well, it's also the Phoenix Wright way. The only difference is that Phoenix Wright just ends up being correct. You know? Like, Phoenix Wright doesn't forge evidence except for that one time. Like, he doesn't forge evidence, but he does kind of just bullshit his way through a trial and then is correct somehow. Your coping mechanism is cracking meme references at the chance. Yeah. Like, that's why, like, I kind of like this character a lot, because she seems like the kind of person that would, like, you know, hide the depression by just spamming the fucking chat with memes. Phoenix Wright forges reality. Exactly. Except for that one time. Speaking of Mr. Bad, he and Mr. Faraday, I'd say they met up just about every single time the Yatagarasu made a move. It was practically a given that the two would meet up at every one of the crime scenes. I see. He did mention that he is in charge of the Yatagarasu investigation earlier. Maybe I should ask her what she knows about the Yatagarasu in more detail. That can wait. I gotta talk about what you were doing at the time of the murder, girly. That one time wasn't even his fault. Oh, no. I wasn't even talking about the time that Trucy gave him the forged evidence. I'm talking about the one, I think, like, the first case of Apollo Justice, where, I think he gives Apollo, like, a bottle that shouldn't exist. And, like, because it shouldn't exist, that's, like, what makes the killer out himself. You know? So, like, that's technically forging evidence, I think. Yeah. You claim that at the time of the murder, you were with Detective Bad.
But don't you lawyers usually discuss the trial with your clients during recess?
We do. And that's what I was planning to do. But Mr. Faraday was being rather threatening, and he dragged Mr. Rell away. Well, that seems illegal. That seems illegal, the prosecutor and the defendant. After that, Mr. Bad came into lobby number 1, so we just stayed there and talked. And what did you talk with Detective Bad about? Nothing interesting. I just insulted him some. Talked about how the trial was going, and then I insulted him some more. No, technically, it is forging evidence straightforward. Yeah, but, you know, it worked out, so... And he wasn't even a lawyer at that time, so he's fine. Apollo, though. Apollo might be fucked. Bloody... When she's not laughing, her mouth seemingly spews nothing but insults. Anyway, Mr. Bad and I were in defendant lobby number 1 when the murders occurred. So I really can't tell you anything about the hallway or lobby number 2. I see. Macrel. I'd like to ask you a few questions about your client, Mr. Macrel. Now, your client first claimed to be the Yatagarasu, is that correct? Yeah. Once I heard that it was the Yatagarasu that had made off with the evidence from KGA, I began to ask Mr. Rell all sorts of questions, but to no avail. Turns out Mr. Rell was not the Yatagarasu, he just made that up. He made it up. Mr. Rell's crime was caught on tape by the security cameras, but there was no footage of him sneaking into the Katopian embassy itself. Maybe he's just that good, you know? Straight up just murder a guy on camera, but then he phantom thieves his way through the embassy and steals all of the shit.
Hold on for just 1 second. Then you mean to say that you knew that he was not the real Yatagarasu? And that he was just another cold-blooded killer? And you were ready to defend him?
That's literally my fucking job, kid. Like, your job is to get the guy in jail, but my job is to get paid for trying to, you know, get the guy a lighter sentence, or, you know, get the guy off scot-free. That's my fucking job, alright? You do your job, I'll do mine.
Yeah, that's right.
I see. So a defense lawyer is actually just someone whose job it is to cover for criminals. That's... no.
That's why defense lawyers are so detestable, but they are no match for us Von Karmas.
Also, Edgeworth, you're really gonna, like, slander Gregory like that? Like, I know you've been, like, you know, gaslit by Von Karma for 13 years, or, like, 11 years. I don't know how many years it's been. I think he was, like, 9, right? And he's 20 now, so I guess 11. I know you've been, like, gaslit by Von Karma, but there's no need to, like, slander Gregory like this. Oh, I don't believe it. You serious? Oh, that's fucking crazy. Oh, why don't you save that face to something really worth being serious about? And Edgeworth, do you remember what I said earlier? I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for leads regarding the KG8 incident, alright? And for that, you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer. Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. Also, did you think that you know, I was trying to get him, like, out of jail? No, my job is literally just to get him, like, a lesser sentence, you know? Maybe instead of life, he can just have, you know, 80 years. And then he's out. And if he dies, he dies. The only way I had to get close to Mr. Rell, was to be his lawyer. Oh, the only way I had to get close to Mr. Rell was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him either. So don't you dare suggest I was going to. I'm sorry. Forgive my rashness. I broke the one rule of defense lawyer. I didn't believe in my client at all. Monsieur, I was wondering if you could tell me about the Yatagarasu.
The Yatagarasu, huh? I don't really know much about that character myself. But I do get a lot of consultation requests from companies to defend them.
Huh. Requests from companies?
The Yatagarasu isn't just some petty thief out for money, you know? Alright then, perhaps the Yatagarasu is in the business of stealing people's lives.
No, do a little fucking research first, kid. Jesus. You act so fucking snooty, you don't know shit. You're not very funny or witty, are you, little Miss Von Karma? Ooh, that's crazy. The person who laughs at everything, saying, "You're not funny." That's crazy. Have I played all of the Ace Attorney games? I've played all of the mainline. I'm in the middle of playing the second half of Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I just streamed that a couple days ago. And I have played Ace Attorney Investigations 1, but it's been a hot minute. So, like, this is me replaying it, and I have not played the second. I do know a couple of the characters, just, like, through fandom osmosis. Which is why I lamented... I lamented the loss of Sebastian de Best and welcomed our new, like, Lord and Savior, Eustace Winter. But other than a couple of the character names, I don't know anything about the second game. But I have played, like, everything else, I think. I've even played, like, the crossover, the Layton crossover. It's been a hot minute since I played that, though. Franziska, be careful about who you whip. Choose carefully or maybe soon. Hello, Digi. Don't know much about the Ace Attorney investigation games at all. It's good. It's good. I mean, Edgeworth is like a great character, and he gets his own entire arc. Isn't that great? I love it.
There. I chose carefully, just like you wanted. I was going to whip you anyway.
Oh, AI too. Yeah. Oh, this is some fucking sibling shit. Oh, man. Oh, shit. You know, me and Cece always got up to stuff like this before she died, you know? That's just now. Oh, it was hilarious, little Missy. I love torture.
Of course it was.
What is wrong with these two women? Why does my pain give them delight? It's called Schadenfreude, Edgeworth. I would think you would know about it, considering your mentor is fucking Von Karma. Investigations 1 is good, but you think 2 is where the true sauce is? Yeah, like, I've heard that 2 is, like, one of the best games in the series, but I haven't actually, like, experienced it myself, other than just seeing people, you know, mention names here and there. I don't think I've seen any, like, major spoilers, though. Even if I have, I've probably forgotten them. It's been ages. I didn't think they were ever translating it, honestly. I thought Capcom would just let that shit die.
And so in the end, what is the Yatagarasu? I have to say, I have never even heard of this thief when I was in Germany. The Yatagarasu deals in information. Namely, in digging out dirt about backroom dealings in the Leica companies. The Yatagarasu is a vigilante who steals such info and then makes it public for all to see. Vigilante or not, this person sounds like just another criminal to me. I suppose you could put it that way too. But either way, I get a lot more clients now thanks to that thief.
Sounds like Miss Ewan's profiting nicely. Get that bag, girl, the fuck. Haven't seen anything of the official translation yet. You've only experienced the fan one. I mean, the only difference that I know between the two is, like, a couple of the, like, the name changes. Like, Raymond Shields is now Eddie Fender, which I didn't understand at first. On it, even though it's quite possibly the most obvious pun. Like, he's a defender. He's Eddie Fender. And then I really like the change that they did for the judge lady. I think her name was like Justine Courtney in the fan translation. And and now her name is like Verity Gavel, and honestly, slay. Slay. Callisto in Mythos was turned into a bear, and that is very interesting for reasons. Huh. A bear? Interesting. Maybe she's the bear that all of the women are choosing. I suppose I've gotten all I can out of Miss Yu. I should move on and speak with Detective Gumshoe now. Whoa, what is that stutter? This is a 2D game. I should not have lag spikes. I just wanted to see Franziska's running animation. Look at her go! You can't catch me! I have longer legs! Detective Gumshoe.
Hey, it's you, pal. You're here. Ouch!
See, zero hesitation. Zero hesitation if it's a dude.
As am I.
I don't think you needed to whip him to let him know that. You've heard that this collection has weird performance issues. Yeah, like I haven't seen very much, like very many like lag spikes, but like that was strange. That was strange.
I didn't do it, pal. I swear on my honor as a detective, I really didn't.
Your words are useless. I place my trust only in the evidence, detective. Once the investigation is fully over, and should we find out that you are the killer, there will be no mercy to be had for you.
Have a heart, pal.
But you're not worried, right? After all, you have nothing to worry about if you really are innocent, that is. I mean, that's not true. There's plenty of innocent people that have plenty to worry about if they are being framed for a crime. Check your gallery often. Interesting. Bear is associated with the Fae family. Oh! Huh.
That's right. Hey, pal, go and do your perfect investigation and get the real killer for me, will ya?
I would have done so even if you had not requested me to, detective. I like how the detective is telling me to go detectivate? Words are hard. Motive for murder. So you and Mr. Faraday had a small meeting last week, did you? And what exactly did you do to make him so angry?
I just asked Detective Bad the same thing myself, pal. Turns out he was mad at me because on my very first day as a detective, I reported in at my usual post instead of the Criminal Affairs Department. By the time I got down to Criminal Affairs, I was really, really late. And that's when he gave me that huge speech.
I remember doing the exact same thing in elementary school. On the first day of school every year, I'd always wind up going to my old classroom.
Oh, that's not very perfect then, is it, Franziska? How pathetic for the detective to be comparable to a mere school child. I mean, that doesn't change in the next 7 years, at least. Gumshoe is, like, remarkably consistent, you know? Like, I don't think Gumshoe even has an arc, like, other than maybe, you know, having that thing with Maggie. Like, he's just a golden retriever through and through. Speaking of the bear, there's another time the bear shows up in this game, but not until case 5. The bear also shows up in the Unguard case, which is part of the reason why it's interesting. Oh yeah. Huh. I don't remember, how does it relate to the Fae family? Again, I do remember the bear statue in the Unguard case. Remarkably consistent, like good oatmeal. Yes. You claim to be standing guard in front of the door to lobby number 2 during the recess. However, when did you receive the order to do so, and from whom?
Early at around 3:20 and from Detective Bad, pal. Today's trial took a really crazy turn. So I was told to make sure nothing happened to Mr. Faraday.
And yet something did happen to him, correct? It looks like it was a total waste of manpower to assign you to guard duty.
Ow! Your words sting worse than your whip. Now, pal.
So it was Detective Bad who ordered him to stand guard, huh? Sus. Next step. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nope, not a thing, pal.
Bruh.
In that case, allow us to take a look at what you are carrying on your personage.
Ah! Oh, wait, you can't do that!
Oh, there's nothing of any particular value here. Even your wallet is empty.
Well, my handcuffs and badge were confiscated by Detective Bad, so, you know.
And what is that open envelope I see sticking out of your coat pocket? Well, that's my last salary, pal. There used to be 20 cents in there, and now there's only 1. Hands off, pal.
Just show it to us already.
Yo!
Oh, wait, he got a bonus? Oh, no, $5. No. No, that's so sad. Annual bonus check within. $5 total. Except there is no check inside.
You've had your look, now give it back, pal. It's my first bonus as a brand new detective. I just got it and cashed it today. I had literally no cash on me up until I did, you know.
Oof. I didn't notice the nook and cranny counter. It's pretty high up there. He's brand new. He's brand new. Because the Karine village is also known as Medium Valley, was known for presence of bears. Oh! Wait, hold on. And the Karine village, like, has almost no men in it, right? Because only the women can become mediums. So, that valley, the Karine village, is literally where they chose the bear instead of the men. That's crazy.
So that envelope is really special to me. Now give it back.
You don't need rubbish like this. Don't worry, we'll throw it away for you later.
How could you?
Detective Gumshoe's annual bonus of $5 literally had no money on him until he cashed this. That's so sad. That's so sad. I'm sorry, but I need to take him in for questioning now. I think I've asked him just about everything I needed to. No, wait. Since he became a suspect, there is one piece of evidence I should reconfirm. Why is this evidence? Who knows? Officer, I ask that you wait a second. I still have one thing I'd like to reconfirm with Detective Gumshoe. Understood, but please make it brief, sir! I'll take as long as I fucking want. I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. I must confirm whether or not his testimony about when the crime occurred is the truth. You know, like, I can't, like, every time I hear about horses, I think about that one guy in Great Ace Attorney that has that one, like, horse animation for no reason. What the fuck was his name? It's not Fair Play. That's the Foghorn Leghorn dude. That's the banker. It's the other one. The twink. I don't know. I don't remember his name. But he had that weird horse animation, and every time I hear about horses, I think about him. And it's like a curse. Yeah. Yeah, ladies first. Oh, wait, is that the pun with his name? I don't remember what his first name was, but I think his last name was, like, First F-U-R-S-T. I must confirm... Oh, yeah, the testimony. Wait, what? Oh, the testimony, right. You told me earlier that you heard no sound other than the gunshot out in the hallway. Is that correct?
No mistake about it, pal.
Then you are also claiming that no one passed through the hallway either. Is that also correct?
Yup. Not even a single ant passed through that hall while I was on duty.
That's not true. There's so many ants there. You do realize that the lie you're telling is only making life more difficult for yourself.
Oh. But it's true. I didn't see anyone go through the hallway, and I didn't hear anything else, pal. I bet the killer found a way to kill the two guys that's beyond what I can even imagine.
so we intend to continue telling this ridiculous lie. But why, though? Great Ace Attorney has the best visual jokes. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty fucking weird. Honestly, I think it's the only... I feel like we don't have any other Ace Attorney game where two characters interact with each other as much as Great Ace Attorney does. Like, we have Pat and Rolly. We have the maid slapping the jury member, like, next to her. Or sorry, the, like, not maid but maid wife. Why would he do so given the situation he's in? I believe a thorough investigation of the hallway in front of the defendant lobbies is in order. Interesting. What the fuck? What is this? What is this walk? Ah, you! No! No. Right in the fucking ass. You know, Kay has a future in just, like, I don't know. Like, she's maybe, like, Kakashi's disciple. You know? What the fuck? Zeus transformed himself into the figure of Artemis to pursue Callisto, and she slept with him believing Zeus to be Artemis. She became pregnant, and when this was eventually discovered, she was expelled from Artemis's group, after which a furious Hera, the wife of Zeus, transformed her into a bear. Interesting. Interesting. Again, Hera, you're getting wrong at the wrong person. You should fucking kill Zeus. You know, your husband is the most unfaithful bastard in the Pantheon. Also, Rip Edgeworth. Oh. Oh. Bye.
How could you have not noticed? How could you have not noticed that coming? She was silent. I didn't hear a thing. She was like a ninja. Ugh. Wasn't that the child that changed money for earlier? What the fuck, kid? Thanks. That's exactly what I needed.
Kids can sometimes be so cruel.
It looks like she dropped something.
A Swiss roll. Swiss roll dropped by the mysterious young girl says court health special on it. Huh.
Maybe we should arrest the girl. She might turn out to be a valuable lead.
She's like 7, Franziska.
Ugh.
I believe some sort of punishment may need to be dealt the next time we meet. I believe I've asked all I need to of this man. Now for Detective Bat and the judge.
We have to confirm who is correct, the judge or that scruff face, right?
10 actually. Oh, Franzi's 13. Interesting.
I suppose we should inspect the hallway in front of lobby number 2 next then.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I suppose so. Shall we head on over, Franziska? Oh.
That scruff face's movements during the recess are really suspicious.
Oh? I suppose you noticed it too, then?
Of course I did. Scruffy is giving us a testimony that is nothing but harmful to himself. Normally, criminals would tell the opposite type of lie in an attempt to escape.
Yes, that is exactly the same point I'm having trouble understanding. It seems that I need to expose what he was really up to during the recess. And to do that, I should head to the hallway where he was supposedly standing guard. Oh, well, there's the courthouse specials. I don't even see... Oh, no, there it is. Swiss rolls. Oh, it's $6. Again, that is a fucking ripoff. Like, even for today's standards. And this game was made in what? 2009? For today's standards, $6 for a Swiss roll is, like, robbery. And this was in 2009. Who's charging this? $9 for beef jerky? I better be getting the whole cow. What?
So, just see anything else?
No, I don't think so.
I see. Well, thanks for your cooperation.
Oh, it's nothing. Just doing my duty as a defender of the law. Okay, but Judge, do you throw hands? Because the judge in Great Ace Attorney apparently throws hands. You need to show that you've got something like up your sleeves too, man.
That'll be all for now. I'll ask again if I have any other questions.
Anytime, anytime, detective. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a few loose ends I need to tie up. Oh, you're that new prosecutor Mr. Von Karma recommended, right? My name is Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor.
And I'm Manfred Von Karma's daughter, Franziska Von Karma. I'm the real Von Karma. I'm set to become the successor to my genius father any day now, Your Honor.
I see, Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Von Karma. Are you alright, Your Honor?
Please feel free to refer to me just as Miss Von Karma, Your Honor. As for him, just Edgeworth is fine.
Apparently somebody doesn't feel that I'm worthy of a proper title. Very well then, I shall call you Miss Von Karma and Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth. Your Honor, Mr. Edgeworth is fine, sir. Now, about your earlier testimony, please don't bite your tongue again. I do need to, extract testimony from you. Yes. What about it, Mr. Edgeworth? I would like to ask you a few questions about what exactly you saw. All right. After all, it's my duty to clarify my testimony as a defender of the law. I greatly appreciate your cooperation, Your Honor. And I hope to God you aren't, dementia age. Now, the first thing I will need to do is figure out that detective's exact movements.
Choo, 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 choo.
How come I'm not seeing his talking sprite? I know he has one.
It would appear that this vending machine sells snacks and various other foods.
Yeah, like the Swiss rolls. Just lovely. What will they think of next? Also, I'm sorry, hold on. How, they've got to clean that machine out often if it dispenses milk. So, interesting. Interesting. Like $7, no one's paying for that. No one's buying $7 carton of milk.
Don't be a jerk in court like these beef jerks. One packet for $9. Defendant's fresh milk.
What? Huh? I'm sorry. What? What do you mean?
1/2 pint for $7. Stay neutral as the Swiss do, until the end with these for $6.
They're awfully overpriced. The lineup is simply awful, period. Highway robbery. A little more than that, honestly. I would rather get robbed on the highway than buy these.
Speaking of snacks, I wonder if that Swiss roll the little girl dropped is from this machine.
I mean, it says courtroom special, so yes. I was wondering about that myself.
Swiss roll.
Courthouse special. Courthouse special Swiss rolls. Is this being sold somewhere on the premises? We're standing in front of it. The $7 is for the extra mold. Oh, so just like Lunchly.
I don't recall seeing a restaurant of any sort in this courthouse.
We're standing in front of it. I somehow doubt you'd find junk food like this on a restaurant menu, Franziska. You'd be surprised. This is, plausibly America.
Well, then where do they sell these things, huh?
We're standing in front of it. A convenience store, I suppose? It's just green because it's fresh. It's green because it's healthy.
Well, I'm sure there's no convenience store in this courthouse, Miles Edgeworth.
Ugh. What in the world did this come from? We're standing in front of it.
Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these. The end of what?
Well, I assume it means the end of the trial. I suppose this means that one should eat these during a recess?
You can't eat during a trial, so I suppose the only time you can eat them is now, huh?
I wouldn't mind if you wanted to eat one now. They come in packs of 2, after all. Oh, huh. Interesting. Oh, is the other one the thing that the ants are swarming over? Over on the left here? I keep forgetting this takes place in what's basically Japarica. Well, it's Japanifornia in San Francisco, you know?
We're in the middle of an investigation. Besides, I don't have $6 on me.
I'm sorry, your father is Francisco, or your father is Manfred von Karma, and you don't have $6 on you? That's crazy. If you want, we can pool our money and buy a pack together.
If I have to split it with you, then I don't want it.
Okay, fucking bitch. Defendant's fresh milk. Ugh. What exactly is that supposed to mean? What kind of milk are we talking about?
I bet it means that the milk is freshly milked by various defendants on trial right now.
Doesn't make it any better. No, I think it might mean that this was milked right here from the various defendants. Also awful. Also bad.
Miles Edgeworth, you can't possibly be serious.
Of course not. But maybe. When you have, you know, people like, you know, the Clussy clown on the on the the witness stand, maybe. When it's looking bad, blind your opposition with some OJ. Are they promoting violence?
Don't worry, my whip will make sure that anybody following this advice won't be for long.
Compared to the sting of a whip, the sting of orange juice may not be so bad. See, but like, I'm sure, you know, having her as a sister, you've probably built up a tolerance to it already. Orange juice, not so much. That's a chemical burn. When you're in hot water, you might need a hot dog. Looks like this slogan was decided through a public contest. And the winner was Prosecutor Winston Payne. Oh, Payne mentioned the fuck?
Yeah! When you're in hot water, maybe you need a hot dog.
What a pathetic slogan. No presents at all. Now, if it were up to me, it would read, if you leave matters in a Von Karma's hands, everyone in court will be found guilty dogs.
How is that selling the hot dog? That was so outrageous that you stopped the music.
Objection!
Overruled!
That's so funny. Wait. Don't be a jerk in court like these beef jerks. I see.
Objection!
Miles Edgeworth, wouldn't you agree that it's a very clever pun?
Do you really think they put that much effort into the product name?
Even a foolish fool could understand the foolish thinking of the fool who made it up. You're acting so foolishly that I got so thoroughly mad and am now utterly famished.
If you wanted a pack of these, all you had to do was ask like a normal person. She's hungry. Someone give her some food, but not this food. It's like stupid expensive. Don't let the prosecution and the defense make a ham sandwich out of you. What?
Sounds like it's directed at that ham of a judge.
Well, it certainly isn't directed at me. I can outmaneuver him any day. I've got long legs and I'm fast as fuck, boy. Press the button. Maybe someone left some change in here. Boop, 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 boop. Nothing. Sad.
It doesn't look like there's anything contradictory left in this area.
I suppose not. Perhaps I should check somewhere else. I just wanted to look at the drinks, man. Oh, there he is. Your Honor, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind. Where were you at the time of the murder? That reminds me of Godot's Infinite Coffee. Yeah. And, like, infinite coffee and infinite fries with Gregson, you know? Always check the machines for change, of course. You gotta do what you gotta do in this, you know, capitalist hellscape. Do you suspect me of something? No, nothing of the sort, Your Honor. Honestly, I don't think you're capable of carrying out a murder. Now, the judge in Great Ace Attorney, now that man can kill a person. I don't know if he would, but my god. My god, he can throw hands. Very well, you may continue with your testimony. Your Honor, it's your testimony I'm after. Oh, I had no idea you were chasing after me or my testimony. I'm beginning to sense that I might want to avoid being in a trial run by this judge. About that. Ooh, Edgeworth, about that, man. Let's see here. Now then, how should I put this? Oh, when you get to be my age, you need to pay more frequent visits to the restroom. If you go take a look through the window at the end of this hall, you'll see a small window. I pee out there. That is the window to the men's restroom. In other words, you can see clearly into this hallway from the men's restroom. Why can you see into the men's restroom? Why is there a window, like, into the men's restroom? What? Sorry, what? When I was going into the restroom, that detective, Gumshoe, is it? Well, he was standing in front of the vending machines buying something from it. However, and this I couldn't believe, when I was about to exit the restroom, there was not a soul in the hallway anymore. Your Honor, if you could please calm down and explain it to me rationally. Oh, I'm really sorry. Please, let me regain my composure. Your suit is loud. It was really suspicious, that's what my finely honed judge's intuition said. Eye contact pee window. I hate it. I like to imagine that the urinals are like straight across. So like if someone wanted to make eye contact, they would have to like 180 degree their head like an owl to like make eye contact with someone looking through this window. Although, well, until the murders occurred, I just sort of brushed it off. Oh, ho, ho. Apparently this judge doesn't understand the concept of staying calm. That's probably all I'm going to find out from His Honor. Honestly, I'm surprised I found out anything at all. Mr. Edgeworth, may I return to my other duties now? My other duty, where, you know, nature calls. Ever since they removed my prostate, I haven't been able to control my bladder, you know? Oh man, actually, I need to change my diaper right now. Goodbye! Yes, I'm sorry to have held you up. Thank you for your cooperation, Your Honor, and please never tell me about that again. Oh, anytime, Mr. Edgeworth, anytime.
The judges in this country seem rather friendly.
Yes, if not a little wishy-washy, and frankly a little disgusting. However, I hear that they are known to hand down very fair verdicts. Well, at least he's got that. Young judges for justice.
He's making a most ridiculous-looking face.
That may be, but at least he doesn't look like someone who would tell a lie on purpose.
I suppose. But to a Von Karma, evidence is the only thing that carries any weight. That's why we just, forged it.
Of course. At any rate, this poster seems to be of no use to us right now. There are no signs that this fire extinguisher was used in the crime.
If you could already tell from a distance, then why are you wasting your time examining it?
Francisca, let's not try to rush absolute genius. Jesus, you're such a fucking pompous dickhead. Sometimes I forget that this is young Edgeworth. Have you found any suspicious fingerprints, officer? No, just the fingerprints of those involved with the case, sir.
I guess we know all of the players in this case then, huh?
It would appear that way, but I have the nagging feeling that we're missing something. And I suspect that what we're missing is hiding right here in this crime scene somewhere. Why are you looking for change? Listen, dude, I always check the fucking, the change trough, but this is, visibly desperate, you know? Did you find something, officer? I think there's a $5 bill back there. Come on. Just a little more. Man, these police are not paid, huh? Is it me or the writers in this game really hated this judge? I mean, I feel like the characterization is, pretty consistent with how he usually is. He's kind of a bumbling idiot, but he's a competent judge when he needs to be. You know?
Is there no one working this crime scene who isn't a total waste of living tissue?
Unfortunately, Francisca, some people are poor. Could never be me. There doesn't seem to be a single person we can deem useful here. That's so rude. Let's talk to Bad. Detective Badge, I have something I wish to inquire about.
Hey! How about doing some actual work, you?
I wish to inquire into Detective Gumshoe's movements during the recess.
You're getting in the way of the investigation.
I have an order from Mr. Von Karma himself. Plus, I still hold investigative authority. Listen, I know he can dock your pay, and I am not afraid to do so as well.
I fucking hate British people.
So I hear you were the one who called for Detective Gumshoe to come down here.
Faraday. That guy was just accused, you know? I just knew something was gonna happen. My detective's instinct told me.
Hello, Ved, hello.
A lot of good it did you. You couldn't even protect one lone prosecutor with it.
Fuck you.
Hold it!
Francisca, I think you need to apologize.
I'm sorry.
I'm terribly sorry, Detective Bad. Please continue. Put the mirror down.
I used the phone on the first floor.
Oh.
I used the phone on the first floor and called the precinct. I told them to send somebody over. And that detective's the one that showed up.
And only upon his arrival did you see Detective Gumshoe, did you set Detective Gumshoe to stand guard, Detective Bad?
Yeah. I waited for him on the first floor. After he got here, we came up to these defendant lobbies to get together. As we entered this hallway, we ran into you. Then she started insulting me, like, right in my fucking face, that fucking bitch. She told us that Faraday was really mad. And that he dragged Rel off to lobby number 2 to have a word or something.
Huh.
And that Faraday had said to not let anyone interrupt him. So what choice did I have? All I could do was tell the big lug to stand guard outside.
And around what time did all of this take place?
Let's see. I think it was about 30 minutes before I heard the gunshot. After giving the big lug his assignment, he never left the hallway, not once.
Oh? And how can you make such a claim?
Huh. One of the guards out in this floor's main lobby swore to me he didn't.
If the detective never left the hallway, then where did he disappear off to? Maybe he, like... You know, like, maybe the judge just didn't see him? You know, because they dropped the fucking Swiss roll, right? Is he, like, covering for Kay? Is that why he's, like, taking the heat here? Because, like, I'm putting together that, like, Kay put together, like, $1, exchanged it with Edgeworth for, like, a full $1. Gumshoe had $5 of a bonus in his pocket, and then he spent it getting the Swiss rolls, which are $6, but he needed an extra $1, so he pooled it with a child. Maybe he was, like, leaning over to try to pick up the Swiss roll on the ground, and the judge just happened to look, like, at that moment, and there was, like, no one. Well, he couldn't see anyone, at least.
That's simple. He must have gone into lobby number 2, just as I suspected.
You and we were in the lobby number 1 next door. The only one without an alibi is Gumshoe.
It would seem that I am still missing some key pieces of information. The gunshot. Detective Bad, you also heard the gunshot, did you not?
Yeah. I heard her when I was in defendant lobby number 1.
You know, she didn't have her balloon. She didn't have her balloon when she kicked Edgeworth in the nuts. So, interesting.
That's why I came running toward lobby number 2 together with you.
With me? I wasn't there, detective.
No, shut the fuck up.
How much time elapsed between you hearing the gunshot and your arrival on the scene?
Less than a minute.
What were your movements upon hearing the gunshot?
I grabbed the big lug who was just walking around in the hall and raced into lobby number 2. And that's when we discovered the bodies, in that order.
That makes you the discoverer of the crime scene, right?
Yeah, I guess it does, little miss.
I am about to become a prosecutor very soon. You will treat me with the dignity I deserve or else.
You wave that thing around anymore, and I'll have you arrested for obstruction, little miss.
God damn. I've never seen a guy stand up to her whip. That's crazy. He's kind of badass. Did he just, like, reflect it with his mirror? That's crazy.
You wouldn't dare.
Just joking. Or am I?
Detective Bad is really something if he can make Francisca behave. Yeah, badass. Or bad das.
Are we about done?
Is there anything else I should ask him about? The situation around the gunshot, I guess? I'd like to know a little more about the circumstances under which you heard the gunshot.
Like I said, I was in lobby number 1 with you.
I wasn't there, though. Shut
the fuck up. You know who I'm talking about. I have nothing else to add.
Well, this testimony certainly corroborates with what Miss Yu said.
Miles, you already asked him about that, remember?
I suppose I should ask about something else. The time? I'd like for you to tell me the exact time you heard the gunshot.
It was around the end of the recess, and the trial was about to start again, I think. He was supposed to make time for himself to transfer the evidence he was holding. But I got the sense he wasn't gonna show for the handoff. So I figured I should go get him, or he'd be late. And just as I thought that, bang! The sound of a gunshot hit my eardrums.
Remember? No, fish memory. Yeah. You can't you can't expect me to remember anything without a fucking, like, flashback. You know? So we heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to restart,
Are we done here? I gotta get a new lollipop. I don't have any time to waste.
Here, I've got a lollipop, sir. You want mine?
Oh, come on. All you're doing is standing in front of this door, doing nothing.
I'm standing guard, little missy.
I get the sense that he's somewhat investigating this crime scene. Or rather, that he's keeping us under surveillance. But to what end? Detective Bad, may I ask that you cooperate with us for just a bit longer?
I don't have anything else to say to the two of you. You guys were the ones who said you wanted to investigate in the first place.
Fine then, be obstinate. We'll just do as we please. Come on, Miles. I hate this old guy. I can't even whip him.
Little miss, you can't even reach my face from down there. You think you can fucking whip me?
You may no longer be willing to help us. However, may I ask for the forensic scientist's cooperation?
Do as you like.
Hello, ants. Oh, I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. There we go. That's the first one of the stream, baby. It's been a hot minute. Okay, there's the fucking bathroom. I don't see a urinal, but like... You could probably still eye contact. Is that a stall? Maybe if you left the stall door open, you know? You could eye contact pee someone. So that window on the other side belongs to the men's restroom.
I can see it.
At your height? I'm not surprised. You're short as fuck. I guess short people have feelings too. That's crazy. That's a crazy thing to say. Ugh.
What's the matter?
I pricked myself on one of this cactus's needles. Ugh, I didn't think the needles on this thing would be so sharp.
Well, what did you expect? It's a fucking cactus, doofus. You fool. Can you imagine how bad it would be if you were hit on the head with one of these? Anyway, this cactus seems to be unrelated to our case.
Is it, though? Do you really think so? Because I believe that this cactus sitting on this windowsill is completely related. Its needles are dangerous. It hurts.
Oh? Well then, I look forward to your explanation on how exactly it is related.
Scrap. What is this? It's a pink-colored piece of trash made of rubber. Oh, it's the balloon. Or a piece of the balloon. I feel like I've seen something like this before.
Well, all I see is a piece of garbage. But as you know, the fact that there is a litterer running loose inside this courthouse, it's simply unforgivable.
It's not like I was the one who littered.
Rubbish belongs in the rubbish bin.
I fucking hate you, Franziska. God damn it. The ants are hard at work carrying their food home. It's a marvel that they can pick up such comparatively large objects to their size.
Well, if you want to carry the mighty Von Karma name and not be squished under it, you'd better work extra hard just like these ants. You'll never do it though, that's why I'm going to take the name.
The same goes for you, Franziska. Ants. Oh, handprint. Hello. The dirt on this bench. It smells like some sort of sweet substance.
I can't believe there is someone going around dirtying the courthouse. For shame!
Hold it!
Calm down, Franziska. Now take a good look. Don't fucking whip me. I know you're preparing. Doesn't this smudge look kind of like a handprint to you?
I suppose it could be.
It's very clearly. Also, like, did they get Swiss roll, like, just all over their fucking hand? Which means that perhaps we can lift the print of the person who sullied this bench.
I see. And then we'll know the identity of our mystery slob.
You there, the lab technician. Could you please find out who this handprint belongs to? Sir, yes, sir. I've got the results of the fingerprint analysis, sir. And do we know who they belong to? Sir, the fingerprints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Swiss rolls aren't that messy. Listen, it's Japanifornia in the middle of goddamn summer. Those Swiss rolls have been, like, all of the sugar inside those Swiss rolls. It's like a glazed one, you know, it's a glazed Swiss roll. And like all of the sugar on the outside just like melted inside that machine. And when they open that package, it's just like, oh, all over my hand. Also, it's Detective Gumshoe. He would find a way. Oh, interesting. Good work, officer.
And there you have it.
Yes, I suppose so.
Now I know the identity of the person who dirtied the bench.
I sense that you and I will be using this information in very different ways. I will be using it to figure out the truth, and you will be using it as an excuse to whip another man. Ants.
What are these black speckles?
I believe it's a pile of ants eating away. Have you never seen a pile of ants, Franziska?
No, because we never leave food around. Because Von Karmas are perfect.
Oh, so you've never been on a fucking picnic then, Franziska. How sad.
Oh, that detective. He claims that not a single ant slipped by him. And yet here is a whole hill of them.
Ugh! What are you hitting me for?
Because you are a man.
And Gumshoe is not here, as a replacement for that pathetic detective. Ugh. Perhaps I should add this deduction to the detective's growing tab of pay cuts.
Anyway, I wonder what the ants are eating.
From the look and sweet smell of it, pieces of cake and chocolate from a Swiss roll.
Miles Edgeworth, the courthouse is to be kept pristine at all times.
Why, bitch? It wasn't me that dropped food on the ground.
The courthouse must be kept clean.
Good. God, I hate you. Fuck. Why? Ants are pouring out of the hole in this bench as well. I wonder if the inside of this bench consists of nothing but ants. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, I hate it.
Don't you dare continue with that gross line of thought.
I'm sorry. Balloon. Boop. This pink rubbery substance. I saw this in a different form earlier today. Do you have to say that? Like, he's so verbose. Just say, yeah, I think this was the balloon. I believe this is a piece of popped balloon.
I suppose that's possible.
The balloon probably got a little too close to our friend, the windowsill cactus.
That would be the logical conclusion, yes.
Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum. The scent of flowers is in the air. Swiss roll. These bits of chocolate and cake, could they not have come from a Swiss roll?
A Swiss roll? Why would a courthouse sell a thing like that?
Franziska, are you like, do you have dementia? We were literally talking about this like 5 minutes ago. It may not seem like the right venue, however, it is being sold right over there.
The vending machine? Ah, I see. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these. 2 for $6. Talk about expensive.
I mean, it's better that it's 2 for $6. Honestly, I thought it was 1 for $6. But still, that is very expensive. Leaving the fact that it's on the expensive side aside. The fact that the cake crumbs and chocolate bits were found in this hallway suggests that they came from a Swiss roll that was purchased from this machine. I think I have a pretty clear picture of what happened here now.
Naturally. After all, I'm here, aren't I?
You haven't done fucking anything except for torture me, Franziska. Detective Gumshoe must have sat on this bench as he ate a Swiss roll. Look at this loser! Why not 1 for 3? Why so complicated? Yeah. And as he ate, he dropped it on the floor and sullied the bench. Detective Gumshoe apparently sat here as he ate a Swiss roll. Oh, and he wouldn't be visible if he was sitting there eating a Swiss roll.
Ah! How could he have not cleaned up after himself? How utterly despicable.
Don't you dare whip me again. It wasn't I who made the mess in the first place. Anyway, if it was indeed Detective Gumshoe who bought the Swiss roll, that creates a rather interesting contradiction of facts.
A contradiction where?
I think another look at the special courthouse vending machine is in order. I gotta deduce. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. I think I already looked at this place, so I don't think this counts anymore. For the nook and cranny counter. Oh wait, no. I only incremented it once, right? For the windowsill scene. I think I haven't counted this one. I don't think they said it yet. I'm gonna count it. 22, baby! Deduce. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Yeah, he bought a Swiss roll, but he's poor. Eureka! Eureka! About Detective Gumshoe's finances, he said that until this morning, he didn't have even a single penny on his personage.
Just how poor is that guy? Ugh, imagine being poor.
If his bonus really was only $5, then he should not have been able to purchase a pack of Swiss rolls. However, facts being as they are, we found cake crumbs on the floor.
Meaning Scruffy must have bought a pack somehow.
Indeed. That detective should not have been able to purchase a pack, and yet he did. Well, they did hint at it, because Franziska was like, I don't have $6, and then Edgeworth was like, we can pool our money. The question is how? dropped by the mysterious young girl. It's priced 2 for $6. I wonder how we got. I wonder how she got that last dollar. Oh, you know what? I think she probably was like, you know, scrounging for coins under the vending machine and also, you know, pressing the return change button to get all that change. I believe I now have a very firm grasp on what happened here.
Well, I do too.
Alright, Franziska, would you care to share what conclusions you've come to?
Well, why should I do that? We're still in the middle of a competition, you know. We should be checking to see if your conclusions are wrong first, so you go ahead.
It's almost cute that she's going this far to ensure that she wins. Almost. Doesn't quite offset all of the whipping. Very well, but first we need to pay His Honor a visit to correct his testimony. September 10. I guess it's not the middle of summer. It is very much September. Although with how fucking hot it's been lately, Jesus, might as well be. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to test your witness testimony to see how it stands up. Do you doubt me? Am I your new suspect? In a sense, I suppose you could say that.
Even you, a judge, are nothing but a common witness before a Von Karma.
Silence in the courtroom! Silence, I say! Why are you even here? Mr. New Prosecutor, recommended by Manfred and Miss Genius.
You bit your tongue again, didn't you?
As a defender of the law, I can never give false testimony. You can even place me under oath if you want. Very well then, your testimony if you please. I swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth and the whole, the truth is truthing. During the recess, I went to the restroom. There was a window on the hallway side. In other words, I could see into the hallway. Why the fuck is the building built like this? Why is there just like a courtyard in the middle of the fucking floor plan? Why would they do this? Why the fuck would they do this? As I entered, I saw that detective buying something from the vending machines. But when I was about to exit the restroom, he'd completely disappeared! He was just sitting on the fucking bench, you dumbass. A detective that goes missing while on duty, that sounds mighty suspicious to me! I thought you, like, saw down the hallway. Why are there two windows facing into each other on the same building? Why is there a window that you can see into the bathroom window of? You know? Like... Oh! I'm so used to simply listening to testimonies that I got caught up in the excitement. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to spoil your fun now. Yeah, the only explanation for why the windows would be facing each other is so, you know, they can watch each other pee, I guess. It's a fetish thing. During the recess, I had to go potty.
Hold it!
Your Honor, why exactly did you pay a visit to the restroom, if I may ask? Oh, well, isn't it obvious? What else do you go to the restroom for? I was eating lunch. They bully me at the cafeteria. Oh, maybe. I knew it. You suspect me of some sort of tomfoolery, don't you? Please stay calm, Your Honor. This is going to be much harder than I anticipated. I'm sorry. You're right. I need to think things through with a level head. I'm just nervous because so much has happened today with this trial. The OJ comment, though. Let's see, I announced a recess and a time for us to reconvene. But having done all that, I still wasn't able to go to the restroom right away. And why couldn't you? Mr. Faraday had been accused, so I had paperwork to process regarding a new prosecutor. Once I had finished that, I was finally able to make a mad dash to the restroom. I mean, you could have just excused yourself, pissed, and then came back to do the paperwork, you know? At least he stayed consistent on the going to the restroom part of his testimony. There's a window on the hallway side. In other words, I could see into the hallway.
Hold it!
But, like, why? Your Honor, did you really go to the men's restroom? Why are we questioning this so much, man? A guy needs to piss. What is the meaning of that statement? I simply meant that perhaps you went to a restroom on a different floor. I had to go for such a long time. I even soiled my diaper. It was all I could do to dash to the closest one to the courtroom. Suppose that's only natural given his circumstances. I ran from the courtroom through this floor's main lobby and down the hallway. Once you enter, you can see there's a window just above the urinals. They're literally... Wait! So there is... Hold on! Like, you literally... Like, you're pissing at the urinal, and you can just, like, stare at someone while you're peeing. What the fuck? Why? And it was through that window that you witnessed... And it was through that window that you witnessed Detective Gumshoe, Your Honor. Yes, exactly! Your Honor, there's no need to yell. I can hear you just fine. Oh, I guess I put a little too much into that last answer. Now then, let's continue with the testimony. As I entered, I saw that detective buying something from the vending machines. Are you sure that the person you witnessed was Detective Gumshoe, Your Honor? Yes, I'm absolutely sure. He had the scruffy hair and the shitty coat. Introduced you to crappy design, you'll see plenty of see-through bathroom designs. What the fuck? Why? Fucking why? Wait, I think I missed that one. It's hard to miss someone of his stature even from as far away as the restroom. Besides, I can't think of anyone else with that kind of hairstyle and a big beige coat. Who the fuck wears beige? Oh, well, I was simply wondering if you were mistaken in what you saw. You are quite old. What? Preposterous, my eyes are as sharp as can be. Ready to see through lies to the truth, except for every single time a witness lies. Although recently things do seem to be a bit fuzzier than they used to be. Clearly his eyes are not the only things that have gone fuzzy. But allow me to say, with all the honor and dignity of a judge, I am not mistaken in what I saw. One of your grandma's bathrooms had a window in the shower? For what reason? But why, though? Well, you gotta, like, air out the shower? What? When I was about to exit the restroom, he'd completely disappeared.
Hold
it! He disappeared. But, Your Honor, didn't you just say... I saw that that detective buying something from the vending machines. Yes, I did. How did you know? The restroom window looks over the courtyard and right into the hallway. But just as I was about to exit, I took another look and there was no one in sight. That led me to the only solution to this mystery. That detective must have gone into the crime scene, lobby number 2 at that point! So what, like, you looked at him when you started peeing, you looked down to continue peeing, and then when you finished up peeing, you looked again, and he was not there. One of those trials where we're way ahead of everyone else, huh? Yeah. I still don't know who did it, though. Like, that's the big mystery here. Like, I have a couple, like, like, people in mind. Because I don't remember who did it. I've played this case before, but I legit don't remember. Like, I'm thinking maybe, like, you? Not you, Chet. Like, Callisto you. Because, like, she was there, like, the whole time. Maybe fucking Kay, you know? Maybe she did it, Gumshoe's covering for her. And then she just, like, gets away with it because she's a kid. You tempted to cosplay as my PNG character for Halloween? Oh, that'd be so sick if you did. If you end up doing it, I'd love like to see a picture. That'd be so cool. Oh my god. He looked into the hallway from the restroom and over the courtyard, did he? A detective that goes missing while on duty. That sounds mighty suspicious to me.
Hold it!
Your Honor, please shut the fuck up. Your Honor, I ask that you please remain calm. No, I'm perfectly calm. You're being anything but perfectly calm. It appears that His Honor could not have been mistaken in what he saw. I suppose so, given his line of sight. However, Francisco, why do you suppose our lines of sight are so different?
If you're referring to my height...
Can't you hold that whip still for a second? Now, about His Honor's testimony. I believe his line of sight to be an important factor.
If it's that important, why don't you hurry up and tell him already?
I will, but there's one more thing I need to do if I'm to correct His Honor's testimony. I'm going to need to retrace Detective Gumshoe's movements. Yeah, I know. You could see into the hallway, buying something, completely disappeared. It might be this statement. Franzi has Edward Elric syndrome. I mean, I think she has the syndrome of she's 13. Can't stop thinking about how my character looks cool, especially the way I hold my lolly. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Swiss roll. Oh, okay. Probably the bench, right?
Objection!
No, Your Honor. What was that finger wag for, Mr. Edgeworth? I've only seen that from Von Karma. Are you his son? Oh my goodness, that would make so much sense. About her height, she's sensitive about it. I mean, yeah, but she's also, like, 13. Edward is a whole adult, right? Like, well, is he an adult or is he, like, a teenager? I don't remember. But, like, Franzi, you know, she grows up to be taller. I'm pretty sure Edward is, like, stuck that height. And don't you know it's rude to shout objection while someone's giving testimony? That's Your Honor, that's what we do. That's quite literally our jobs. Huh. If you truly are a man of the law, then you must always be vigilant. For example, I never let an opportunity to shout objection pass me by. So real.
Miles Edgeworth, it's one thing to be passionate about your job, but this is real life.
Who's gonna tell her? This is what some people may say is the pot calling the kettle black. Your Honor, I wonder if you might take a look at this for me? Oh, what is that filth? How dare someone dirty the hallway bench like that? How did you recognize the bench immediately? I guess you've been here for a long time, I guess. Who's the culprit? That party is hereby found guilty of uncleanliness! If you must know, the uncouth bench sullier has already been placed under arrest, thanks to your earlier testimony, Your Honor. Oh my god, the fucking bass in this, I can't. Every time I hear that 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 little riff that they do in that short little break in the song. Oh my god. It draws me out of the game because it's so fucking good. Oh, well that's good, but who was it? We were able to discover something from the smudge on the bench. Namely, Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints. Not happy with committing just murder, he had to go and dirty the courthouse too? Guilty! Your Honor, please calm down. Well, it's true that the detective is the one who made the mess on the bench. We have not yet established that this action is related to the double murder. What do you mean? I believe that the detective bought a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine, and then promptly sat down on the bench to eat one. The cake crumbs and pieces of chocolate on the floor under the bench, and Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints prove my conclusions to be true. Oh, but I still don't understand. Is this whole thing related to how I couldn't see him as I was leaving the restroom? It is indeed. The window in the hallway was built rather high up into the wall, at around a grown adult's chest height. As evidence, I submit that Franziska herself was unable to see out that window.
Shut the fuck up, Miles Edward! I'm going to kill you!
Ah! I knew I shouldn't have used her height as evidence. You could have just taken a picture, my man. Basically, what this means is that the area directly under the hallway window is a blind spot when the hallway is being viewed from the men's restroom. Then... It seems that you have made the connection. If someone were to sit on the bench under the window... Yes, even someone as large as Detective Gumshoe would effectively disappear from sight. What? I want to see, like, a judge witness breakdown. Do you finally see, Your Honor? He's 20, so young adult. Francie only grows a few inches after this. She's still much shorter than Miles. Francie's 5'4" as an adult. Seems much taller now because she wears large squared heels. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's a pretty, like, average woman height, at least. Is she... Wait, how tall is she now? Your testimony has just proven that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway the entire time. Sorry, objection, sorry. I didn't mean to say it with that much enthusiasm. All I wanted to do was try saying it once. I actually don't have an objection. Here, let me try that again. Hold it! Is there something of value that you'd like to say? Yes, actually there is. I remembered something else just now. Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to testify to the court one more time. I mean, I guess. We are in a courtroom, technically, I guess. Even if we overruled him, he'd just keep on talking, wouldn't he? He is the judge, Franziska. That might not be a bad thing. The more info, the better in a perfect investigation, right? Why does he have, like, dead eyes? There's no light in his eyes. I suppose it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom window. However, that doesn't mean that detective was sitting there when I looked. Anyway, I forgot to testify earlier that about probably the most important detail. As I was leaving the restroom, I heard the loud bang of a gunshot. Ugh. How was that? That is the testimony of one who judges the crimes of others. Your Honor, could you try to state the important fact first next time? Yeah, okay, so that was Kay's balloon. Which means that I guess she was sitting there with him, but she wasn't eating her Swiss roll. I guess she was just saving it for later.
I agree. Before you go around judging others, you should learn to judge your own words.
I'm sorry, please don't whip me. I'm just an old man. But honestly, I thought that sound was just a noise popper until just now. Now that he mentions it, right before we restarted the trial, he did talk about that. Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn that I heard a popper going off. Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson. Oh my goodness, my grandson. Oh, such a young boy. He's only 47 now. The most critical point in this argument is when did the judge look into the hallway, and whether that lines up with when the gun was actually fired. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to clarify a few details in your testimony. Let's see. Hold on. Heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start again. Right before the trial was about to start again. She's like 4'10" at 13 because she's taller than Kay. Kay's current 17 is the same as Francie's. Oh, that's crazy. Wait, hold on. Wait, the same as like Francie, like 13-year-old Francie? Is Kay that short? Wait, that's crazy. I suppose it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom window.
Hold it!
In that case, do you concede that you were overconfident in your last testimony? No, hold on there. I just said that it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom this time. But you know something? I don't think you know when the prints you referenced were left on that bench, do you? Well, you've proven that it's possible the detective was sitting. I still have a problem with just when those fingerprints were left. He's right. I've yet to prove when the fingerprints were left on that bench. While he feigns ignorance, His Honor has seen a lot of life. His judge. I mustn't underestimate him. I mean, I guess. Oh, okay. Like Kay at 17, Francie at adult. Okay. I thought you meant that Kay was shorter than 13-year-old Francie, and that would have been crazy. However, that doesn't mean that the detective was sitting there when I looked.
Hold it!
As we established, you went to the restroom during the recess. However, at what point in the recess did you look into the hallway? After I called for a recess, I handled the change of prosecutor paperwork. Maybe about 20 minutes until we reconvened. Yeah, that sounds about right. Just as I expected. Whoa, are you expecting? I demand to know what that all-knowing smile is for. Your Honor, that statement you made just now is very important. I'd like for you to append it to your testimony. Alright, if you insist. Let's see, I looked into that hallway about 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. Alright, I could do it now, but I want to see the dialogue.
Hold it!
20 minutes before we reconvened. Very well, what did you do after that? Let's see, I had to make some preparations, so I rushed straight back to the courtroom. I put on a new diaper. And I had to track down a few pieces of paperwork for the various bailiffs. So you rushed back to the courtroom despite having just heard a gunshot. Well, at the time, I thought it was just the sound of a noise popper. I really couldn't think of any other explanation than someone having their birthday party. But now that this has happened... I see. Thinking back, the judge did mention something to that effect when we reconvened. Anyway, I forgot to testify earlier about probably the most important detail. How could you just forget? Like, how dare you be old and probably have memory issues? If it's something that forgettable, I don't need to hear it. But all I did was forget to mention it.
That sort of excuse may work on other people, but not on a Von Karma.
Oh, you're right. Manfred does bully me in the courtroom a lot. But it's such an important piece of testimony. Please give me a chance to present it. I suppose I have no choice in the matter. You are the judge. As I was leaving the restroom, I heard the loud bang of a gunshot.
Hold it!
Your Honor, about what you just said. I know, I couldn't believe it myself. Bang and the gunshot and a knee-jerk reaction. Ah, like this, and it was just laid like this with a quick ah. Your Honor, please remain calm and shut the fuck up. When you're trying to explain yourself to me. What did he say? He heard it was loud and clear. Knee-jerk reaction and jumped into the air. That's crazy. While you were pissing? Yes, sir. Sorry about that. Ooh. Now then, I must gather myself. Yes. When I heard the gunshot, there was no one in the hall. I should know. I looked. There was no one there. This judge's emotion circuits appear to be stuck on overreact. I jumped really, really high. I believe that we finally found the flaw in His Honor's testimony.
Yet sadly, he's completely oblivious to it. But I guess I can't really expect him to be aware of it. Well, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and fill him in. At least that thing finally came in handy.
Indeed. Now let's see what happens when I present it to His Honor. Maybe because Gummy was sitting. Yeah. Detective Bad's testimony says otherwise. Boop.
Objection!
Tisk, tisk, tisk. I cannot allow you to make an objection. I'm testifying, and I know that I'm not lying. What? Your Honor, I'm really sorry, but I cannot allow you to not allow me to make an objection. My gads have been overruled in my own courtroom. Oh, I think I have to retire now. I think that's the rules. The wink with the finger waggle. Yeah, real fucking Von Karma shit, huh? Your Honor, there are simply too many holes in your testimony for my taste. What do you mean by that? You claim that you heard a gunshot during the recess, but that is simply not possible. Mr. New Prosecutor, recommended by Manfred Von... Ugh.
Instead of biting your tongue, why don't...
What? Wait, what the fuck did she say?
Why don't you bite your tongue on these preposterous names?
I see you have no mercy for the elderly either, Franziska. Edgeworth, it's not about the elderly. It's about gender. She has no mercy for men and also, like, extremely annoying women.
Don't talk back to me unless you want to be whipped in the back.
With your height, you need a stepladder or 4 to accomplish that. Or even a ladder. Ahem! Mr. Edgeworth. My ears are not that far gone yet, I'll have you know. I can still hear just fine. And I heard the sound of a gunshot loud and clear with my own 2 ears. Huh. Your Honor, I have here an interesting bit of testimony. It's from Detective Bad. And according to him, he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start again. What did you just say? Your Honor, you just said that you heard the gunshot about 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. How do you explain this glaring contradiction? That can't be! Unfortunately, that is the truth. But I heard it clear as day. Then you're fucking hallucinating, old man. Maybe you're schizophrenic. Bang! The loud sound of a gunshot. The sound of the gunshot. We keep returning to this point of contention. And that piece of evidence. I always did wonder why I found it where I did. However, now I understand what that gunshot the judge heard really was. Unfortunately, Your Honor, this is what really produced the gunshot you heard. Balloon.
Take that!
It feels like bullying to use this theme against the judge. What the fuck is the official name of it now? I'm so used to calling it Lying Coldly, but that's like not the actual name. I think it's like Chase Down the Truth. I kind of like Lying Coldly better though. Oh, what is that pink shit? It may not look it, but this is actually a piece of a balloon. I see. And I suppose you would like me to accept that pink balloon into the court record. The sound effect. Your Honor, I present this piece of evidence in order to overrule your testimony. What? Your Honor, your argument goes as follows. You saw no one in the hallway when you heard the gunshot. Now, there was no guarantee that the detective was sitting on the bench at that time. Therefore, you believe he must have been at the crime scene, defendant lobby number 2. Am I correct? Yeah. Yes, that's exactly right. Tisk, tisk, fucking tisk. Let me ask you something. Did you think that the gunshot you heard was produced by a real gun? What, are you fucking deaf? I think I've said enough that even you can figure out the rest on your own. Your Honor, you were fooled by the popping of this balloon into thinking it was a gunshot. Oh, what manner of trickery is this?
That was a good effort you put forth, Miles Edgeworth. But if it was me, I'd have wrapped this thing up before the judge even testified.
Okay. Care to elaborate on how one ends something before it even begins? I mean, honestly, I agree. I could have also done that. Well, to be honest, I did think the sound was a bit off from a real gunshot sound. I've heard a lot of those. This is, plausibly America. But who could have guessed that someone would pop a balloon in a place like this? That's true. One doesn't usually think balloons in conjunction with courthouse. However, there was a person with a balloon here.
I want to trade these coins with you.
That's it. That balloon that girl was holding, it explains everything. Your Honor, if it makes you feel any better, you didn't lie once in your testimony. However, I can't really vouch for its accuracy. Who knew that giving testimony could be such a difficult thing to do? What have I done? I owe Detective Gumshoe a very, very big apology. And, I don't know, maybe a couple dollars. I can't really afford anything. I spend all of my money on diapers. I will see to it myself that he is released. Wait. There's still a few things I have yet to resolve about what happened in the hallway. Your Honor, I request your permission to further question Detective Gumshoe. But why? I thought we just cleared his name. Whether we did just now or not, I still cannot say. The only thing I can do for now is to continue in my quest for the perfect explanation. And to that end, I must resolve the remaining issues pertaining to the events that occurred in the hallway. Okay, whatever. Very well, bailiff! Please bring Detective Gumshoe into the courtroom. Why are we doing this in the courtroom? We could do this in the lobby. I must fulfill my mission and find the perfect explanation to the case. It's not a mission, it's a competition, dude.
It's Gummy.
What is it now, what is it now? Is it time for my trial already? I've already told you a gazillion times, pal. I didn't do it.
I'll be the judge of that, Detective Gumshoe. Actually, I'm the judge here. You're a prosecutor, I think.
No, you won't. I'll be the judge of that.
You're not even a prosecutor yet. No, I'm the judge around here, and I'll be the judge of that, yeah! Why can't you guys be a little less judgmental? Yes, well, speaking of hasty judgments, Detective Gumshoe, I'm afraid I must apologize for an error in judgment on my part. I'm going to hang my hat up, and, nothing else because I don't actually have a hat. Your Honor, I don't believe you should apologize just yet. We have yet to prove he is completely innocent of this crime. Okay, fuck it then. Go to jail. I guess so. What are you guys talking about? In any case, I would like you to testify as to your actions while you were on guard duty. And please remember, you are not on trial. This is all just part of the investigation. As such, you may still be found to be innocent. However, if you should give false testimony...
Yo!
My whip will object loud and clear.
Do you think she has to jump to, whip, someone as big as Gumshoe? If you are found to be lying, you will be held indefinitely. Understood? I gotcha, pal. Thinking back on the state of the crime scene and the judge's testimony, it's obvious that Detective Gumshoe is lying. And if I can't break his lie, then we may never get a break in this case. I love that expression of Gumshoe's. He looks so confused every single time. Circus. I came down here to this courthouse on Detective Bad's orders. As soon as I got here, he ordered me to stand guard in front of lobby number 2. From that time on until I heard the gunshot, I was in the hallway the whole time. On my honor as a detective, I swear it wasn't me, pal.
He's still singing the same tired tune.
In that case, I'll just have to change the melody. I know he's lying, and it's time I pulled the information I need out of him. Okay.
Hold it!
Hold it! So was it really Detective Bad who called you down here?
You bet it was, pal. I was left in charge of the precinct while everyone is out, and this call comes in. I want you down here 1 minute flat, he said. Well, I thought this was my big chance, my first case, so I made a mad dash down here.
Oof.
Although, I couldn't exactly get here in a minute flat.
So how long did it take you?
About 10 minutes, I guess.
And what was Detective Bad doing when you finally made it?
He was waiting for me down on the first floor in the entranceway, pal. As soon as I got here, he ordered me to stand guard in front of lobby number 2. And he was really mad because I took 9 more minutes than he asked.
Hold it!
And by he, you mean... I'm sorry... Dementia, Edgeworth? The fuck? The fuck?
Detective Bad, of course. And this being my first time at this courthouse. He also walked with me up to the 3rd floor hallway in front of the defendant lobbies.
And did you meet anyone along the way?
Well... Just as we entered the hallway, we ran into Miss Yu. When we heard from Miss Yu that Mr. Faraday was not to be interrupted, that's when Detective Bad told me to stand guard in the hallway, pal.
So far, Detective Gumshoe's testimony is matching up with Detective Bad's. See, the longer this case goes on, the more sus Callisto Yu is. But, what I don't understand, the thing I don't get is that she was in the same room as Bad when he heard the second gunshot. So, I don't get it. Could she have, sneakily fired a gun? In the room when she was with him? Just, out the window? Like, while she's just leaning against the bars.
From that time on until I heard the gunshot, I was in the hallway the whole time.
Oops.
Hold it!
You claim to have been in that hallway the whole time. However, is it not a fact that you did something while you were in that hallway?
Oh, of course I did something. I guarded the door to lobby number 2, pal. What else?
Very well then, and what exactly does guarding that door entail?
To put it simply... Oh, why no? It was my job to stand in front of the door without moving an inch.
Oh? Detective Gumshoe, you mean to tell me that you didn't take a single step away from the door to lobby number 2? Is that really what you wish to testify to the effect of?
You got it, pal.
Gumshoe, you could have said that you sat down.
I didn't take a single step away from that door, just like I was ordered not to.
God, you're so stupid.
Well, why is everyone so quiet all of a sudden?
Because we are all in shock and in awe of your utter stupidity.
Scruffy, if you're going to lie, at least tell us a more believable one.
Ouch! But I'm not lying.
I should hurry up and bring this insipid testimony to a close.
Until I heard the gunshot, I didn't take a single step away from the lobby number 2 door.
Hold it!
I'm only going to ask you one more time, Detective Gumshoe. Are you sure you stood in front of the door to lobby number 2 the entire time?
Yup. And after I was told to by Detective Bat, I stood guard in front of the door without a single break. So believe me when I say I was in the hallway the whole time already, pal.
Oof.
Why'd everyone go quiet all of a sudden again?
Apparently, someone has a bit of trouble reading between the lines.
What's that supposed to mean? I don't... Be quiet.
Shut up.
Ouch.
I should hurry up and bring this insipid testimony to a close. On my honor.
Hold it!
On my honor, I didn't do it. I'm innocent, bro. Would you also be willing to swear that there was no one else in that hall besides you?
What are you talking about? I just swore to you that I was doing my job, pal.
Oh? Then what are you acting so nervous for?
What? I'm not nervous at all, pal. Anyway, not a single person other than myself was in the hall the whole time.
I should just let it go. Pursuing this train of thought at this time would just be a waste of time.
That's such a foolishly foolish contradiction. And such a foolishly foolish testimony is just plain old foolish.
Indeed. However, in the pursuit of the perfect investigation, I'm afraid we have to deal with it. By squashing it under the weight of the evidence. Okay, here we go. Yeah, no, that's fucking cap, dude. Boop.
Objection!
You fucking sat down. And you had a Swiss roll. And then you dropped it. You doof. I have an objection.
What is it, pal?
Detective Gumshoe, I wonder if you might recognize this from somewhere?
Hey, it's one of those things. The court has special Swiss rolls, right, pal?
Precisely. In that case, I suppose that you also recall the sullied hallway bench.
Hey, you know what? I think it was probably me that did that. Detective Gumshoe, you know you can't go around dirtying up the courthouse like this. I'm sentencing you to 7,000 years in jail. Or you could just, I don't know, clean it and then buy me a Swiss roll. Oh, well, I think I'm gonna have to take the 7,000 years in jail. I don't have any fucking money, man.
You inconsiderate, slovenly pig!
I promise to clean it up later, I swear.
Now then, shall we get down to business? Enough of this fucking clown shit. About the fact that you didn't move even a single step from in front of the door. If that were really the case, then how were you able to buy a pack of Swiss rolls?
Ah!
Furthermore, if you didn't move a single step from in front of that door, how did you manage to get the bench dirty with your grubby hands?
Ouch!
It appears that Franziska's whip can do more damage than my words alone can. I mean, yeah, duh. It's a fucking riding crop, dude. That shit's built for horses. They got thick as hell skin.
Alright, I confess, pal. I was hungry, so I bought a pack for myself, okay? I thought I'd get chewed out again if anyone found out about me eating on the job. So I didn't want to say anything.
Well, unfortunately for you, I saw you do the whole dastardly deed. I clearly saw you buying a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine.
Okay, I'm sorry for lying. But that's all I'm sorry for, you got that? Because I'm not holding anything else back.
Gumshoe. That's not how you lie, dude. That just makes you seem more sus. Now they know that you're lying. That last statement. It may sound like it makes sense. However, there was something I don't quite believe about it. Are you sure you're not withholding further information from us?
Of course not. I got nothing else to hide, pal.
Objection!
Nuh-uh. Oh, if only that were true, Detective Gumshoe.
But it is true, pal. I swear there's nothing else. Scout's honor.
Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure you are aware of the price of a pack of Swiss rolls, correct?
Remind me again, pal.
That vending machine out in the hallway is selling packs of 2 Swiss rolls for $6 a pack. Highway robbery, and I'm rich.
And yet, according to you, you didn't have any cash on you until you cashed your $5 annual bonus check. Isn't that right? Hey, you could get out of this by just saying, yeah, there was, like, just change in the change return that someone left, you know? Or, like, you found $1 under the vending machine. Let me ask then, how did you manage to purchase a pack all by yourself? Can you provide me with a proper explanation to that?
I told you I bought it by myself, pal. There wasn't anyone else in that hallway with me, so there's no one who could have helped me buy it.
We didn't even assume that, Gumshoe, but thank you for the information.
Well, wait, don't tell me. You got some kind of proof that there was someone else in that hallway, don't you?
Correct.
As if you could. I mean, what are the chances of that?
Wait, you do? Of course I do.
What? How?
What proof do I have that there must have been someone else in there in the hallway? The balloon.
Take that!
Oh.
What the heck is that? Huh, I knew you
Really didn't have anything. Oh, is it the Swiss roll? Fuck, I'm fucking stupid.
You prosecutors are all the same, always lying to people. You should stop, you know.
I refuse to be lectured by the likes of you, detective. Shit.
Miles, how long do you plan on being strung along by this moronic detective?
I have no intention of falling for his lie because there was definitely a second person. Because if he was truly alone all along, then a piece of evidence should not exist. I thought it was the fucking balloon. God damn it. Fine. The fucking Swiss roll, okay?
Take that!
Hey, you showed that to me not 2 seconds ago, pal.
I think you're under the mistaken impression that I bought this pack of rolls.
Oh, wait, if you didn't buy it, then that means you must have stolen it, you thief! Judge, arrest this guy.
Detective, you're the one with handcuffs. Oh no, wait, they took those away from you. Well,
I would never do such a thing. I'm rich.
All you liars are the same. You start out as thieves. You're under arrest, pal.
I believe you meant to assert that all thieves start out as liars. And in that case, what does that say about you, detective?
Ugh.
This particular Swiss roll was dropped by a certain someone.
Oh.
There were 2 rolls in this package. You ate one of them, but you then gave the other one to a certain other person, didn't you? No way, pal. You've got it all wrong. I ate both of them. No, not again. Wait, she's so cute. He didn't get fucking like kicked in the nuts again, man. He's not falling for that twice. It would appear that we've caught you at last. Hey, don't you dare do anything bad to that girl. It would appear that they do know each other after all. So why do you continue to come up and kick me? Have I wronged you somehow? I literally gave you change.
I have a name and it's Kay.
Kay what?
Kay Faraday.
Faraday? Are you perhaps Mr. Faraday's daughter?
I'm not a you. I'm a Kay.
Yeah, she's not you, that's Miss You. She's Kay, Kay? Kay. You know, good little girls don't kick other people. Most certainly not in the nutsack. Especially not hard enough to leave big nasty bruises like the way you do.
Well, then you shouldn't have put Gummy under arrest, mister.
I didn't even do that. Gummy. My guess is that she's talking about Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, no fucking shit, Your Honor.
What's a cute nickname you've given him? I like Scruffy better. Gummy didn't do anything wrong.
Okay. It appears that I will need to speak with her in a bit more detail.
Rawr.
Why is she rare? Wait.
Yes.
That girl, she seems to know that scruffy detective. Maybe she knows something about him that we don't. Agreed. However, she seems to be rather uncooperative at the moment.
She's like a stray alley cat. I wonder what would happen if we fed her.
Perhaps I will try feeding her. Her own fucking Swiss roll. It appears that we've caught you red-handed eating a Swiss roll. Ah! Look, I'm sorry about lying to you, pal. And, do you have nothing else to say? I sure do. It was so fluffy and sweet and big until I dropped it. Ah, it was perfection, pal. It better be for fucking $6. And totally worth every penny of my bonus. Oof. Oof. I see. Well, good for you, detective.
I can't believe it, but it's almost funny when a fool is this unbelievably foolish.
Cute. Oh dear. What's the matter, Your Honor? I claim to hand down fair verdicts, but I can unfairly cast suspicion on the big fella. If this had been a trial just now, I would have destroyed his life. Oh, it's all right. It's not like he had much to lose anyway. What, his fucking salary? He makes nothing. He makes negative. He pays the precinct every month. I am the guilty one. Put the handcuffs on me. We all make mistakes, Your Honor. To err is human, to forgive divine, as they say.
Although, if you were to make a mistake during a trial, then it would be quite unforgivable. Simply get fucked.
Can I go up here? Hell yeah.
This must be the judge's desk. You can tell by the gavel sitting on top.
You can tell by how it is, Franziska. I had a dream once that I was being squashed from above by this gavel. Wait, didn't Phoenix have that fucking dream? Wait, that's gay.
You're such a weakling, Miles Edgeworth.
Or was that Edgeworth's? I don't remember. Achievement. Hell yeah. You have no idea how frightening it was. Wait, I didn't get an achievement. Sad. Oh wait. The judge's chair. It must be wonderful to be able to sit the whole time.
Yes, as opposed to us prosecutors and defense attorneys who have to stand. I think it'd only be fair if the judge had to stand the whole time too.
I think he would die. His Honor is an old man. He should be afforded some comforts.
Fine. He can enjoy his chair, but he'll share in our pain through my lashes.
I fear for the judge if Franziska were to ever become a real prosecutor. Well, well. I had to do it before now. Fuck. Wait, did I have access to this room before though? I didn't know I could. That sucks. Oh.
It's the viewing gallery. This is where the riffraff sit when they come to watch.
It's situated at the same height as the judge's bench. I wonder if that's to represent the intense scrutiny of each and every case from all sides.
Miles Edgeworth, are you or are you not man enough to stand up to all those eyes?
What sort of... Of course I'm man enough.
Any day now, I'll be taking my rightful place behind this bench.
By that time, I should already be standing here.
It'd be downright disgraceful if I beat you to it, wouldn't it?
If that were to happen, Franziska, I'll eat my cravat. It's the defense attorney's bench. I'd probably be standing on this side of the courtroom if that incident hadn't happened. Oof. 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 Oof.
What are you thinking about? Surely not your dead father. Just get over it. Lately, the more wrinkly your face becomes, the less I'm able to read what you're thinking.
Well, I'll have you know, I don't have a single wrinkle upon my youthful brow. Yeah, because you're baby right now. Oh, I got an achievement for examining all the benches. Interesting. Yeah, behind each bench. That's cute. I like that. Also, get over it, dude. Whoa. Oh, witness stand. It's the witness stand.
I'll make sure that each and every person that ever stands here will be found guilty.
All of them? You know that defendants aren't the only ones that like stand here, right, Franziska? There are others besides the defendant that stand at this podium, you know?
I don't care. Just make sure you never end up standing in one of these.
Well, well,
or you'll be sorry.
I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, about that. Okay, I think I've gotten everything here then. Yeah, okay. Anyways, hello, child. You know, Phoenix has a menagerie of daughters. I guess he shares them with Edgeworth. But, like, you know, Edgeworth gets to have one, you know, that he has custody of. Now then, Kay.
She's like a stray cat.
I wonder if I should feed her something.
Does little Kay want her Swiss roll back?
Take that!
That's so aggressive, Edgeworth. Kay, I promise to give you this if you calm down.
Oh, Swiss roll. Yum.
Feed the child. Kay's eyes are very green, extremely, like DeviantArt level green, you know? It really belongs to you though, doesn't it?
Yeah, we're saving it for Daddy.
Oof. Well, about that. Yeah, about that. Oh my. Your father, he's...
Don't you say another word, pal. She doesn't know yet.
Thanks for watching out for me, Gummy. But I already know about Daddy. I overheard the guards talking. About how he's not here anymore.
Even Franzi felt it, yeah. I mean, she's about to feel it in a couple years, you know? Like, firsthand. Although, I guess her father is, you know, maybe not the greatest. Also, hello, Scrab!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't protect them.
Okay.
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna... I'm gonna cry.
It's alright. Let it all out. Your father just passed away, after all. I myself was also involved in a case at this courthouse when I was a young child, in which my father was murdered. But I'm pretty sure that I did that. A case in which my father, who was a defense attorney, passed away. All of my dreams of becoming a lawyer were crushed into fine ash on that nightmarish day. Even now, the wound festers deep in the depths of my soul. Ever since that incident, I've dedicated myself to locking away every criminal I can. You know, thanks to my great, you know, civilian, not criminal mentor, Manfred von Karma. And now, to have this happen right in front of me. This child. I feel a certain shared fate, a common bond between us.
Miles Edgeworth, what sort of gentleman are you? Are you going to just stand there and watch a lady cry?
Ah, you're right. Sorry about that. Okay, here, how about we use this handkerchief here and dry your little eyes? Honk! Not the honk, bro. Franzi was more upset over Edgy's death than Manfred's. Still remains conflicted over her father's philosophies. Yeah. Edgeworth is really the most dramatic bitch, huh? Like, he really left a note saying, I, prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, choose death, when he was just, like, on a journey to, like, find himself. Why would he do that? Like, why would he do that? Like, we even had, like, a phoenix is really, brooding over it moment in Justice for All. because of his bullshit, you know? Why would he do that? Dramatic fucking theater kid bitch. Honk.
Oh, my cravat! Don't blow your nose on that!
I feel better now, thanks. That's a big handkerchief, though. Why do you wear it on your neck?
What the fuck?
It looks like the girl has finally come down.
Yes, I believe I can take my time and talk with her now.
It's so disrespectful for a child like that to be running around inside the courthouse. Ugh, children, am I right?
Those are called cravats. Yeah. I mean, technically, I think what he's wearing is an ascot. Or, like, I don't know. I don't know what the difference is.
Does no one have respect for this country's judicial system anymore?
Didn't Mr. Von Karma say the exact same thing earlier? But Franziska, I don't think you two are that far apart in terms of age.
I'm about to become a prosecutor, so understand that I'm nothing like that little girl.
Yeah, she's more useful in an investigation. All you do is try to claim credit for my fucking, like, for my shit, Franziska. Fuck you. Kay, are you going to be alright?
Yeah. Yep, I'm already alright. My dad? Who even is that guy? You know?
Somehow, I highly doubt that. But I'm not going to push it.
I promise, Daddy, I never cry in front of strangers.
And you're a good kid, aren't you, Kay? You always keep your promises, right?
Yeah, that's right. Even if I can't see Daddy anymore, I'm still gonna keep all my promises.
You're a very brave girl, Kay.
You're a very good child for keeping the promises you made to your papa. I'll even testify that you didn't cry. Just for you.
Man, Franziska is so, like, so much nicer to, like, women and, like, girls. Like, if that was a little boy, she would probably whip him, right?
Thank you very much, lady. Huh. It's nothing. I'm only telling the truth after all.
It would appear that because her father was a respected prosecutor, Franziska is sympathetic to Kay's feelings. Huh. Your father. Hey, what kind of person was your father?
Daddy was a hero of justice. His job was to catch all the bad people in the world.
So, to you, a prosecutor is a hero of justice, huh?
No, I'm talking about the Yanagarasu.
I suppose we are in a sense, as we are the ones who seek guilty verdicts for criminals.
Plus, you know what? Whenever I came to the courthouse, Daddy would buy me my absolute favorite treat, Swiss rolls.
Oh?
I want to be a hero of justice someday, just like Daddy. So I've been working really hard.
I see. And what have you been working hard on?
I've been working hard to keep all the promises Daddy and I made together.
Huh. You have a whole notebook of them? That's crazy. Did he ever promise to, like, stay alive? A promise notebook. May I take a look inside, Kay?
Sure, okay.
It appears to be an exchange diary of sorts between father and daughter. Mr. Faraday's writing conveys a sense of the kind of man he was. This little notebook just might come in handy later. Huh. Promise notebook. Thank you for showing it to me, Kay. Hold on, I want to look at that. Never take things from a stranger. No, never go anywhere with a stranger. Always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. Daddy's job is to make sure that everyone follows the rules. Kay, be a good girl and promise me that you'll keep your promises to me, okay? Love, your daddy. Huh. What Edgeworth wears is a jabot. They're all frilly fucking... Like, stupid fucking neck shit. You know? Regardless of, like, whatever the fuck it is, he is super fucking extra for wearing it. Wait, didn't she fucking break this promise? She took the fucking Swiss roll from Gumshoe. Unless she knows Gumshoe. I hope you'll continue to work hard and become a hero just like your father.
Yeah, I'm not doing any of that law shit, though. I'm gonna steal things. I'm gonna try.
Hey, Kay, so I'm a detective that catches the bad people, right? That makes me a hero, too.
Yeah. You're really cool, too, Gummy.
The Swiss rolls are in 2 packs. They pulled money. Yeah.
Yeah, aren't I, Kay?
What is it with the 2 of them?
I hand on verdicts of justice, so that makes me a hero, too.
Now you're old. Yes, and thanks to your also heroic testimony, you almost painted that detective as a vile criminal and sent him off to jail.
I'm really sorry about that.
Gummy's not a bad man, okay?
I love this fighting stance. It's so unpractical. Or, not impractical. A poor judge is being treated like a vile criminal rather than a hero of justice. It appears that you and Detective Gumshoe are good friends, Kay.
Yeah, we're friends.
In that case, would you mind telling me a little more about him? Also, Detective Gumshoe, why are you friends with a 10-year-old? Highly suspicious. Dick Gumshoe. So I take it that you ran into Detective Gumshoe earlier.
Yep. I was on my way to see Daddy when I saw Gummy standing there. He was standing in the hallway staring really hard at the vending machine, so I said hi.
And when was this?
Huh? Oh, before everything got crazy.
How long were the two of you together?
We only talked for a little while. And then we went on our own ways.
That's right, pal. Kay and I only talked for a little while, and that's it.
Oh, which means we have now confirmed that Kay was in the hallway during the recess. Isn't that right?
Ah, you got me.
I told you to stop picking on Gummy, mister.
Very well then, I'll just pick on the child instead. I'll just have to speak with the good detective in private later. I love this, like, Street Fighter, like, shuffle she's got going on. Were you the one who bought this pack of Swiss rolls, Kay?
Well... I didn't really have a lot of money. I only had the change I could find under the vending machines. And I somehow made $1 out of all the pennies and quarters I had. But that still wasn't enough, and I really, really wanted one.
Come to think of it, she did come and ask me to exchange a handful of change for $1. And that's when you came and asked me to change your money, correct?
Yeah, thanks a bunch for doing that, mister.
Sure. You know, you could have asked me for the rest of the money also. I'm fucking loaded. But let me ask you, even with that $1, you still didn't have enough, correct?
Well, that's why...
If you bully Kay anymore, I'm gonna have to arrest you, pal.
Need I remind you that you're the one already under arrest?
Yow! Children, why do they hurt so hard?
I sense that Kay is going to be less than forthcoming with this question.
Sorry about your roughly thing.
Yes, well now that it's positively drenched in your nasal mucus. Don't worry, Kay, I have a spare. Of course you fucking do. What the fuck? Well, who carries around a spare of that? It's funny that Edgeworth wears a jabot because the word jabot comes from the French for crop of a bird. Wow. So here, you can have this one. Maybe he's the real Yatagarasu. Oh, it's so cursed seeing Edgeworth without his fucking, like, neck ruffles, man.
But Daddy said, never take things from a stranger.
Ah, it's one of the promises you made in your promise notebook, correct?
Yeah, look, see. It's right here on this page.
Alright then, I'm not giving this to you, I'm merely allowing you to borrow it. You can take it home, wash it nice and clean, and then give it back to me next time we meet.
Okay. Daddy never said I couldn't borrow things from strangers.
Why do you just have a spare? You're so fucking extra, dude. Now then, Detective Gumshoe. Uh-oh. I believe it is now crystal clear that you were with little K in that hallway.
Oh.
I told you to stop being mean to Gummy. Hold it. Miles said to it, there's still something you have yet to resolve. I beg your pardon? You still haven't offered an explanation for why that man would lie to us.
Because the child did it. She killed them. It's like having a handkerchief in your pocket. You have two on you at all times. See, here's the thing. A handkerchief is meant to be used for, like, snot and stuff, you know? So it makes sense to have two of those. However, I don't think that's the purpose of a jabot or cravat or, like, whatever the fuck, you know? Like, I think it's just to look pompous and fucking like a theater kid.
That's... well... Gummy, don't tell me you lied for my sake.
Hey, don't worry about it, Kay. Everything's gonna be okay.
So that's why. So, what was Detective Gumshoe's motive for lying? If you can't explain that, then you can't call this a perfect investigation.
His reason for lying is very simple.
What?
Here is what I believe to be his reason. From simple observation of the detective's actions and his interactions with Kay, it's obvious the detective was lying for the young girl's sake. And this piece of evidence will show you exactly why. Which piece of evidence proves that Detective Gumshoe was lying on account of Kay? Wait, what? I don't think the balloon is coming into Is it this? Swiss roll or the bonus check? Maybe. I was thinking it might also be the promise book because she broke the rule of taking things from a stranger. But like, it could also be these. I don't know. It might also just be any of them.
Take that!
Oh.
Mr. Faraday in Case Promise Notebook. How does this explain anything?
If you could take a look at this page, it's clearly written that Kay should never take things from a stranger. When Detective Gumshoe heard about that promise, he tried to cover for Kay. The man is dead. I don't think she is, like, bound by these, even in his death, you know? He's very stupid, but that's why we love him, you know?
What a foolishly foolish fool's full of a foolish reason for a fool! Yow! Gummy, you lied because of me, didn't you?
Because I'm her friend, Kay, that's why.
Gummy!
At long last, Detective Gumshoe, can you please tell me the whole truth now? I can't believe it's not even that, like, it could have been like, oh, she was, like, sus because she, like, ran out of the fucking room with the bodies or something. Or, like... like, I don't know, like, her being there makes her a suspect or something, and that's why he lied. But no, it's literally because he doesn't want her to feel bad for breaking the rules that she and her dad made up. Like...
Guess there's no beating you up, pal. Okay, I'll spill the goods. I'd been standing guard for a while. I was getting really hungry, and that snack vending machine was taunting me.
But all the cash you had was on you was $5, and that wasn't enough to buy anything, right?
I mean, it could buy you a drink. Those are $5. Gummy just didn't want Kay to get in trouble because he was afraid to get yelled by Faraday again. Oh, yeah. Probably. Yeah, he didn't know that the guy was dead already. Yeah.
After all, the cheapest item in that machine is a $6 pack of Swiss rolls.
Yeah, but then like an angel from heaven, Kay showed up.
I was thinking about sharing a snack with Daddy. So I wanted to buy a Swiss roll. But I only had about $1 in coins.
So we pulled my $5 and a $1 together and bought a pack of Swiss rolls together.
But I was worried about breaking one of my promises. So then Gummy said,
Mr. Faraday's one scary guy when he gets mad. But don't worry, you won't get in trouble if I don't tell, right?
Yeah, but okay, why did he keep lying though after we confirmed that the guy died? Right? Like, who would she get in trouble with? Gumshoe.
Besides, you bought it with me. So you didn't really get it from me, you know?
he told me it'd be okay. And he gave me a whole roll to save and give to Daddy.
It's the Gandalf principle, I guess. Who knew that Scruffy could be so considerate? That's his entire thing, Francisca. Indeed. Detective, I take it that you then sat down on the bench and ate the rolls together?
Yeah, we split the other roll and ate it right then. The sweet taste of that cake's chocolate. I'll never forget it as long as I live, pal. I only had about one bite of it before I dropped it and then the ants took it, but you know.
Anyway. Hey, I believe this also belongs to you.
Oh, that's from the balloon I popped. It's bad manners to leave garbage lying around, Kay.
She couldn't have seen it. She's shorter than you. And you couldn't even see on it.
I'm sorry. Well, I guess I can't blame you for not throwing this one piece away.
One piece?
Oh, it was sitting high up on a windowsill where you couldn't see it, but I could see it because I'm tall and, like, beautiful. So just this once, I forgive you. But that balloon... I wanted to surprise Gummy a little, so I popped it on purpose.
Well.
And because of me, Gummy dropped this half of the Swiss roll.
Oof. Oof. Feels bad. Oh.
Well, you really got me there, pal.
Oof.
So I thought maybe I should give Gummy this other roll. And then I saw you picking on Gummy, mister.
So you kicked me in the nuts, is that it? I must say, you have impeccable aim, and your kick is fierce.
You sure are a feisty one. I like you. I'm really sorry, mister.
I kicked him in the shin, actually. It's funnier, though. It's alright, I'm perfectly unharmed. Probably. But about the Swiss roll. Would it be alright with you if I held on to it until Detective Gumshoe was cleared of all charges and free to go?
Yeah, sure. Just make sure you give it to Gummy afterwards, okay?
Of course, I promise. And then he never gave it to him. F. Now then, I believe we have proven beyond the shadow of a doubt that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway for the entire duration of his duty. Which undeniably proves that Detective Gumshoe could not have committed the double murders.
Objection!
No, he gave it to him. Actually, it just proves the opposite, Edgeworth. You've just shown that Detective Gumshoe is the only one who could have committed the crime. Well, what do you mean?
It's quite rude to eavesdrop, Miss Yu.
I'm getting lectured on manners by a girl with a penchant for whipping people.
What? How dare you talk back with such insolence? You're wrong, lady. Gummy's not the bad guy.
Oh, and what have we here? Oh, what's a child doing here in a courthouse? Bailiff, please take this child away. I fucking hate children.
No!
What? Miss Callisto, you! That girl is Mr. Faraday's! I know. So what? I still hate kids. Shit. You think that just because she's the victim's daughter, she gets to just run wild all over the crime scene? I think it's actually quite dangerous for her, to speak nothing of getting underfoot. I suppose you're right. However,
As long as we're in agreement on that point, let's get back to the real issue at hand. Now then, Detective, you were in front of the door to lobby number 2 the entire time, correct?
Yeah, but
You see, isn't it obvious that it could only be the detective? He's the only person who could have gone into lobby number 2 at the time of the murders.
oh, I have no counter-argument to that.
Don't worry, I already put in the necessary paperwork for his formal arrest.
Ugh. But the investigation's far from over.
Oh, that's right. I was gonna speak with you about that. Don't you think it's reckless to talk to the suspect out in the open without a gun?
I suppose it is.
Well, as someone with more experience in law than you, allow me to share something. Always keep a good eye on a criminal, or you may regret what comes of your negligence.
Yeah, she's sus. Like, I think she probably did it. Because, like, I don't think it's bad. He hasn't been involved enough, I think.
Oh, Miles, I can't believe you're letting this woman lecture you like this. She's mad annoying. She makes me almost want to whip her. This is unforgivable as a disciple of Von Karma. Down, Tigress. Now then, I'll be looking forward to the results of your investigation.
Oh, well, bye.
So, we're back to square one.
Actually, this is our last chance. I can tell that if we fail to solve this case, Detective Gumshoe will be formally charged under all of the circumstantial evidence. Oof. This investigation's not over yet. There's still one location we have yet to inspect. It's where Detective Bad and Miss Yu were at the time of the crime, lobby number 1. To be continued next time because it's been 3 hours and this was a late slot. Ah, I love this game. I can't believe this, like, flashback case is, like, 3 streams long. Good progress. Heck yeah. Oh, so I'm sorry, like, did the bailiff just, like, fail to catch her? She's real fast. She's a ninja. Or maybe they did catch her. And then they were like, Detective Bad, you're already on babysitting duty. Oops. Like, you might as well, right? Like, you might as well take care of her, right? Oh, gosh. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I will be back with this game next week, but as for tomorrow, I'll be playing Metaphor Refantasio. And hopefully I will become king. Probably not. Probably gonna take quite a long time. Maybe Persona length, like, I don't know, 200 hours. But I'll see you all then. Peace. Bye-bye.